So let's start with the period of Lord Canning, who ruled from 1856 to 1862. In 1857, what happens is University of Calcutta, Madras and Bombay started as a result of Wood's dispatch. So three universities was started, that is University of Calcutta, University of Madras and University of Bombay, and it was result of Wood's dispatch. And in 1857, Great Revolt was also seen in India, and of course that time Lord Canning was Governor General. In 1858, Mughal Empire came to an end and the Crown rule began. Lord Canning at Royal Darbar at Allahabad read out the Queen's proclamation and deciding that after Bahadur Shah Jafar, no one will be declared as king, but their heirs will be called as prince. So formally, from 1858, this Mughal Empire came to an end, and all the princes, all the kings after the Bahadur Shah Jafar was called as prince rather than king. And in 1858, the Government of India Act 1858 was also passed, and it changed the Governor General to the Viceroy. So all these reforms, like in the governance, was taken place because of this revolt of Great Revolt of 1857, right? So what happened is the Indian rule came directly under the Queen, and the Governor General changed to Viceroy, and Lord Canning was the first Viceroy. And the Government of India Act 1858 also abolished dual government by abolishing the Board of Control and Court of Directors, which was there during the company rule. And new Secretary of State post was also created, and he was vested with the complete control over Indian administration, and he was a member of British cabinet. Secretary of State was responsible to the British Parliament. So Secretary of State was a person who was the member of British Parliament and who was residing in Britain itself, but he was taking control, he was having a supervision of Indian operations. So it was like in current world, like in corporate, what happened is there is a branch of the company, and for that branch there is a boss who is reporting directly to the board members, like board of director members. So in on that line, this Secretary of State post was functional. Now in 1858, what happened is Brahmo Samaj was also established. So this socio-religious movement was also working on. So sorry, it was not established, but Keshav Chandra Sen, who was a prominent, who will be a very prominent member in the Brahmo Samaj, he joined the Samaj and he extended the Brahmo Samaj outside the Bengal. So in 1859, what happened is age of civil services was reduced to 19 years. And in 1859, White Mutiny was also witnessed. And so White Mutiny was basically the European troops operating on behalf of East India Company rebelled against their transfer to the services of the Queen of England. So what happened is, like every operations of companies were now transferred to the Queen. So all the officers or the policemen who were working under the company rule, and under the company rule they were having a scope of corruption and all, and they were gaining so much of benefit, but once they came into the Queen's rule, it was going to be stricter, right? So that's why they revolted, going into the Queen's rule, and against their transfer basically to the Queen's to the rule of Queen. So in 1861, what happens is Indian Council Act 1861 was passed, and this is a very important act because it started the decentralization of power for the first time, because all the previous acts until now what happened that it worked for concentration of power, but this 1861 Council Act started for decentralization of power. And in this regard, portfolio system was introduced, and the portfolio system, it envisages that the member in charge of his department could issue final orders with regard to matters which concerned his department. So basically this is like the current ministerial system which is there in our India, in India, like for example, Minister of External Affairs is there, S. Jaishankar. He is going to be responsible for his external affair ministry, and all the final orders he can pass in his own name, right? So it empowered, so the same line in the portfolio system was there. So Indian Council Act also empowered Viceroy to issue ordinances during emergency, like currently what happened is the president is empowered to issue the ordinance, to pass the ordinance with respect to emergency. The same way the viceroy was empowered to issue ordinance during emergency, and it also expanded the council and accepted Indian representation in it. In the council, Indian representation was accepted for the first time, and the Imperial Legislative Council was constituted, and it designed to official measures. The like Imperial Legislative Council was constituted, and it designed to official measures passed by the representative body, and very few Indians were there in it. And it nominated 3 Indians to his legislative council, that is Raja Banaras, the Maharaja Patiala, and Sardinkar Rao. So these 3 people were the first one to be nominated in the legislative council, this Imperial Legislative Council. Now in 1861 also Indian Civil Services Act was introduced, and an IPC was also introduced in 1861. So this was all about the rule of Lord Canning, a brief of rule of Lord Canning, important events that took place in Lord Canning era.